So question two, so we are getting engaged early in the build schedule because it can be a little bit frustrating when we're involved a bit too late, but at what stage in the build should pacifier systems be specified, Peter?
Well, I might leave this one with you for a start.
Yeah, okay. Well, I know that we've both been to New Zealand and we've been in Auckland and talked to people over there who, the Fire Protection Association of New Zealand have an excellent list of all of their products that have been approved or are tested. And the Auckland Council pretty much will make it easier for the paperwork if you use products that are on those lists. So it's just like all of the products here that are actually being tested in different situations, and so that's a great initiative. But there's also this as well for the complex buildings. Peter, I'll let you talk to this one.
Yeah, so this is it's a 4-page document. It's a really good read, but fundamentally for high-risk building, hospitals, schools, auditoriums, that sort of stuff, at the BA stage or the consent stage, you must list what products, who's installing it, who the third-party certifier is, and that's pacifier-wise, and what their construction monitoring process will be for pre-approval before the building gets DA or BA. I think it's fantastic. I love the concept. It really engages all the consultants to be collaborative up front. This sort of like, we're going to build a 28-story building. Here's the sketch on the back of a letter on a piece of paper, and we'll worry about the details later. This is very clearly puts pacifier in the Auckland Council's view way on the front agenda and go, this is one of our biggest issues. So yeah, I love the process.
Great initiative, no brainer.
Yeah, pretty much. So what we do, we have a system we call the Plus approach. This is where we would get a building and we would pull it to pieces, effectively finding out who's doing what systems are through what walls, are there tests, are there any requirements, what's the FER say, and we would do a full, and for those that know FER, fire engineering report, so the fire engineer would have done. And so this particular one is for hydraulics. So we've got every collar, every different system. And then we got 3 columns there. One is we approve it because we were pulling apart. At this stage, we find so many issues. Oh, we're going to use, I can't think of an example, but we're going to use 150 mil pipe with a multi-service. No, maximum 100. Yeah, so we identify all these issues about what's going into the building, and it just saves so much drama later. And I sort of going on to what the next bit we would do is we would do a prototype. So if it's a bigger building, obviously you're not going to do this on a 3-story walk-up, but if you've got a high-rise multi-res job, this is a typical one that we've done that's been done recently. And every service that's going through every wall is in the wall. It's also a training session, so we get the first-year apprentice who's probably going to do the walls. And my personal view is the decision about fire rating shouldn't be to a TA or a first-year apprentice about what goop you can find on the floor to goop a hole. It should be decided way back early on. So, and so this is good. We've also done risers. We've at this stage we might say, look, instead of doing a 600 by 600 hole, let's do 4 round holes because round holes are easy to treat. So it's just one of those really easy issues that we can deal with at that stage.